your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want. Watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network. This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want. Watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
Hello, good evening. This is TVM's Metro Updates. I am Mara Samuels, and this is the news on the hour. A major development today from Delta State, where the push for the creation of Anioma states I take that again. A major development today from Delta State, where the push for the creation of Anioma states is hitting a regional roadblock. Lawmakers and 9 council chairpersons from the current Delta North Senatorial District have formally and strongly opposed any proposal to include the proposed Anioma state in Nigeria's southeast region. In a joint statement issued in Asaba, the group reaffirmed their decades-long quest for state creation, but insisted that the new state must remain within the South-South region. They argue this reflects the Anioma people's historical and administrative roots. The leaders stated that this firm stance is informed by extensive discussions and renewed national debate on creating new states. They described the movement as a generational effort to secure political identity, protect cultural heritage, and accelerate development for the Anioma people. The debate over the geopolitical placement of the potential state remains a central issue in the ongoing national conversation. Still on Delta State, the Delta State Governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Obriwori, has intervened in the ongoing debate surrounding the proposed creation of Anioma states. Concerns have been rising amid speculation that Asaba may not be chosen as the new state's capital. While neither confirming nor denying these rumors, the governor stressed today that both the state's creation and the selection of its capital are not on unilateral decisions. Speaking to a large crowd, Governor Obriwori emphasized I beg your pardon. I take that again. Speaking to a large crowd, Governor Obriwori emphasized that these processes must be strictly guided by constitutional procedures and critically by the collective will of the people involved. He called for calm as discussions continue, and statements, the group reaffirmed their push for a new state but insisted it must remain within the South-South region, citing historical and administrative roots. They condemned suggestions linking Anioma to the Southeast as historically inaccurate and non-negotiable. The leaders emphasized that the quest for Anioma state is a legitimate generational effort to secure political identity and accelerate development. Meanwhile, Delta North representatives in the House of Representatives also repudiated rumors that Asaba might be removed as the designated capital of the long-envisioned states. They stressed that the choice of Asaba is in the accumulation of decades of historical consensus and broad political agreements across the Anyoma clans. Nigeria, and on to Nigerian news. Nigerian activist and Revolution Now convener Omoyele Sowore has been granted bail on self-recognition following his arraignment by the Department of State Service, DSS. Sowore faces a 5-count charge relating to alleged derogatory remarks about President Tinubu on his social media account. He pleaded not guilty to all counts. During proceedings, Sowore's lawyer challenged the jurisdiction of the court, but Justice Umar who ruled the objection could not yet be heard, directing the charges to be read to the defendants. The prosecution opposed bail, citing a potential flight risk, but the court granted it and adjourned the trial to January 19, 2026. After the DSS filed the case in September, Sowore responded with a countersuit against the DSS, Meta, and X, challenging what he and his lawyers described as unconstitutional censorship of his social media accounts. Still on national news, the Nigerian Senate has announced a reshuffle of key committees aimed at strengthening oversight and improving response to national security challenges. Senator Yahaya Abdullahi of Kebbi State has been appointed chairman of the Senate Committee on National Security and Intelligence, having previously chaired the Committee on National Planning. Senator Shehu Buba of Bauchi State is now chairman of the Committee on Livestock and Animal Husbandry, following his removal last week from the National Security and Intelligence Committee. Senator Mustafa Musa of Yobe State takes over as chairman of the Committee on National Planning. In the Committee on Air Force Security, Senate Minority Whip Senator Osita Ngu of Enugu State has been named acting chairman after previously serving as deputy chairman, stepping in due to the indisposition of former chairman Senator Akwashiki. The Senate leadership says the reconstitution is part of efforts to enhance oversight and address emerging security issues more effectively. The House of Representatives is calling on the federal government to immediately arrest and prosecute the armed men who ambushed and killed 5 police officers on November 29, 2025 in Sabon Sara, Darazo, Ganjua Federal Constituency of Bauchi State. The slain officers were DSP Ahmad Muhammad, ASP Mustafa Muhammad, Inspector Armel Yunusa, Inspector Idris Ahmad, and Corporal Isa Mazu. Two other inspector, Isa Musa and Inspector Yusuf Gambo, sustained injuries during the operation. Moving the motion, Honorable Mansour Soro said the attack occurred while the officers were carrying out lawful duties. He added that credible intelligence links the assault to an armed group resisting the arrest of the dethroned Hamlet head of Sabon Sara, a situation he says continues to threaten community stability. Soro commended Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed for swift action and noted that the state has remained free of banditry for the past 6 years. He warned that the families of the murdered and injured officers now face severe emotional and economic hardship and require urgent support. TVN Metro Updates returns shortly after this break. Do stay with us. Welcome back. Nigeria's Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission has officially launched its 2025 oil licensing round, offering 50 oil and gas blocks across onshore, shallow water, frontier, and deep water areas. The commission says the round aims to attract $10 billion in fresh investment and could add up to 2 billion barrels to Nigeria's oil reserves over the next decade. Engineer Benga Komolafe, NUPRC Chief Executive, said the fully developed blocks could deliver an estimated 400,000 barrels per day, while also boosting gas utilization, creating jobs, and promoting indigenous participation. The licensing round is part of Nigeria's broader commitment to transparency, aligned with the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative principles. Britain and the Netherlands are withdrawing a combined $2.2 billion in support of the Total Energies-led Mozambique LNG project, citing human rights concern. UK Export Finance rescinded $1.15 billion in loans and insurance, while Dutch authorities cancelled $1.1 in export insurance after independent probes flagged credible allegations of torture and abuses linked to the project. Islamic insurgency could resume, but Total Energies says it can proceed without UK and Dutch financing using equity. More than 70% of the project's funding is already secured. Nigeria has offered protection at its embassy in Bissau to opposition presidential candidate Fernando Diaz following a military coup in Guinea-Bissau. The offer comes as ECOWAS, led by Sierra Leone President Julius Maada Bio, urged the military officers who seized power to step down and allow the results of the disputed presidential elections to be proclaimed. ECOWAS has warned it may impose sanctions. The military installed interim president, Major General Horta Inta, said the coup was necessary to stop a plot by narco-traffickers and pledged a one-year transition. Diaz, a political newcomer, was on track to win the November 23rd election before the coup. Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu approved protection for Diaz, citing threats to his life, and asked ECOWAS forces to ensure his safety. The military government has banned protests and strikes as it's tightened control, following demonstrations demanding the release of opposition leaders and the publication of election results. Guinea-Bissau has a long history of political instability and is a major cocaine transport hub in the West Africa. In a major step to strengthen ties, Russia and Saudi Arabia have signed an agreement following tourists and business travelers to visit each other's countries visa-free for up to 90 days. The deal was finalized on the sidelines of the Saudi-Russian Investment and Business Forum in Riyadh. Russian Deputy Prime Minister Alexander Novak said the agreement is expected to come into effect early next year after legal procedures are completed. Both countries also plan to increase direct flights between their cities, making travel easier for visitors and boosting businesses and tourism links. And lastly, Hong Kong authorities have launched a judge-led inquiry into the city's deadliest fire in decades at Wang Fok Court, which killed at least 156 people and left around 30 missing. 15 people have been arrested on suspicion of manslaughter, and 12 others face corruption charges linked to substandard renovation materials that fueled the blaze. Fire alarms were also reportedly not working. Chief Executive John Lee says the committee will review the costs and safety oversight. Authorities have warned against politicizing the strategy, while international groups call for transparency. And that's all from TVM Metro Updates. I am Maru Samuels. You can watch us on the go on your Android Play Store or Apple Store. You can follow us on our social media pages. You can interact with us. Follow, like, share, and subscribe. And remember, your environment is a vital part of you. Do keep it clean.